A clash at the center position.
Yeah, and Kevin, the way the game has changed, you know, we don't see these kind of big men matchups much anymore. And so it's great to see one where two great big guys going at it, and you know they're going to go after each other.
And Stan, you know what you're talking about. You've had the opportunity to coach some great big men.
Oh, I have. I mean, I had Shaquille O'Neal, Dwight Howard, Andre Drummond. I seem to always have good centers.
A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. The front court is Rizushea and Johnson. Daniels out there with Young. And it's Okongwu in at the pivot, manning the middle. Daniels from outside. Basket is good. The assist from Johnson. Daniels has got a couple of threes now in the first for Atlanta. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thanks, Kevin. Spoke earlier with Darko Rajakovic. Now, I asked him about trying to slow down Trae Young, and the coach said you have to get the ball out of his hands. He can hurt you with the pass and with his shot. I'm not going to be surprised if you see them blitzing and doubling him a good portion of the game. Back to you.
Thanks so much, David. What a unique resume for Coach Quinn Snyder. Stan, he's coached in college. He's been overseas as a head coach. He's been in the G League, and now he is back in the NBA.
Yeah, and this guy's just a great coach. He's had teams that perform well at both ends of the floor. He's won everywhere he's been, and he's the only NBA coach I know of that's got a law degree on top of him.
So he's smart and he can coach. Oh, and by the way, he had a pretty good mentor in college, didn't he?
He certainly did.
Here's Johnson after Toronto at the three-pointer. Okongwu, the pass to Young. Johnson in the corner. Okongwu kicks to Daniels. Lets it go with the three. Atlanta again missing. Toronto's gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Okongwu.
And he jumped out to that ball immediately. Great reaction on that deflection.
Yeah, and you know they're tracking the tips and deflections because that tells you who's affecting the game.
Walter, he's checked in for Barnes. And a change for the Hawks. Karis LeVert's checked in for Rizushea. And so it's Atlanta with it after Toronto got the three-pointer. Young, good.
As a leader, you've got to know when your team needs a response. Young gets that, and great three to answer right back.
Here's Walter. Outside, Barrett. Pass to Walter. Stolen by LeVert. Young with no one around. The shot's good on the assist by Daniels. Young's got 6 points.
And defensively, you have to stay connected to Young at all times.
Ingram and the Raptors tack on 2 more.
Well, with his skill and confidence with the ball, if you put him in position, he'll reward you.
With every passing season, Quickly's role seems to expand.
Yeah, you know, Kevin, he's had to prove himself over and over. And now that he has, I don't think you'll find nearly as many doubters as he had when he first came into the league.
And the defense of this Raptors team, Craig, they are built to switch.
And it's no accident with their roster construction. They like having wings that can guard all 5 positions. Makes defending a much easier prospect.
It's Barrett on the wing. Here's the 3. Rebound, Atlanta. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, Johnson sets the screen for Young. And once again off the mark by Atlanta.
Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
Pirtle kicks to Barrett. And here's Quickly for 3. Johnson with the rebound. And so LeVert will bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Atlanta.
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
And something else that's working for them is ball movement. A lot of their points so far have come as a result of smart plays.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hawks. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Okongwu. George Niang comes in for Daniel. And it's Reza Shea in for Young. Now Reza Shea following the three-point attempt by Scotty Barnes.
And this kid, Reza Shea, is a team-first kind of player, willing to give it up to the open man.
Here's Abaji. Pass to Dick. They set the pick. The three. Rebounded by Capella. The Hawks leading by 6. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Here's Dick. No good on the three. Johnson, the pass to Capella. And there's a whistle that goes on Scotty Barnes. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. The Hawks have shot 2 of 3 from the free throw line tonight.
And as a team, excellent. A season ago, about 80% when they got to the line. Looking like your classic wing. Zachary Reza Shea is 6'8", long, and can hit threes. A real modern swingman.
Teardrop shot, and no good on the last second attempt this time. Offense, the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. It's Atlanta. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And for the Hawks, guys, what stands out to you stats-wise?
Just stretching out the floor in that first. They had the defense scrambling.
Yeah, and when you're hitting threes early, that opens up the floor and really helps your offense.
So with Johnson sitting on the bench, here's the 5 for Quinn Snyder right now. Karis LeVert is out there with Reza Shea. Then there's George Niang. Then it's Terrence Mann, and it's Capella in at the 5 down low. 5 on the clock. Barnes the screen. Here's Abaji. He trains it as the shot clock ticks down. The Hawks leading by 6. LeVert the pass to Niang. Mann with it and out of bounds as the Raptors gain possession. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Kevin, the Raptors are rebuilding with purpose. Coach Darko Rajakovic said, we're doing a good job at the start of this process, selecting the right people that care and are very committed to each other. That's a good baseline to build on. Kevin, slowly, the pieces are falling into place.
David, you're so right. He is great at developing those young players. And the foul on Jacoby Walter. That is his first foul of the game. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. It's LeVert on the wing. Aston Niang gets it to go from beyond the arc. Niang's got himself on the board with 3 there. And Greg, you think about what they call float game. Why does that one shot earn a nickname like that?
I mean, it's a badge of respect, right? The floaters, teardrops, whatever you call them, runners, often the finishing touch to an already well-developed offensive arsenal.
Now, here's LeVert. That 3 off the mark. Here's Mobo. Dick passes to Abaji. There's the screen. Launches it. Just 4 to shoot. Rebound by the Hawks. Now, Mann still scoreless. Aston Niang launches a 3. Off the mark. His first miss of the game, 1 for 2. And this past offseason stand was pivotal for the Atlanta Hawks.
Yeah, they've been at a crossroads, Kevin, every offseason since their Eastern Conference Finals run in 2021. But after missing out on the playoffs last season, changes seemed inevitable.
Trains it from beyond the arc. Niang's got the lead up to 9 now for the Hawks.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
LeVert with it. Guarded now by Barnes. Here's Ricochet. Another three for Atlanta.
Got to get out on that if you're the defense. This rookie Ricochet can really do damage from the perimeter.
Barnes passes to Abaji. Barnes the screen. And that one's good, Abaji. Abaji's got 5 points in the quarter.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
And a terrific job on both ends of that sequence. Very slick steal and great transition offense.
And Grady Dick gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. R.J. Barrett's checked in for Barnes. And then for Atlanta, Okongwu's checked in for Capella. Young is subbed in for Ricochet. Now, here is Young. He's got 7. He had a nice open look right there. Young's got 10.
And one thing about Trae Young, this guy has zero fear. Always looking to pull from deep.
Barrett, no good. The Hawks leading by 10. Young finds LeVert. Young outside. Fires the 3. They get the rebound. Pass to Mann. Lets it go from deep. Good on the three-point shot. Mann's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Here's Mobo. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Here's the Hawks with the ball. They're on a 15-5 run. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Another 3 for Atlanta.
An excellent ball movement. Young being unselfish.
Raptors trail by 16. Here's Barrett. Drives to the hoop.
Oh, reversed it home. That was pretty.
Agreed. The agility on display. Okongwu, the pass to Mann. There's the triple. Okongwu kicks to Niang. Hits it from three-point range. 12 points for him.
And you can tell he's looking for his shot. He just believes in it.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. So it's the Hawks now. There's Boucher out there with Barrett. Then there's Jakob Poeltl. Then it's Brandon Ingram. And it's quickly in at the point. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Ingram kicks to Boucher. Takes a 3. And the 3 ball is good. Boucher's got the first points to start out the third quarter for the Raptors.
Off and running right out the bat here to start the second half.
Young fires away from outside. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Raptors trail by 14. Young with the steal. Pass to Okongwu. Johnson with a screen on Boucher. Atlanta again missing. The Raptors shooting struggles apparent. 37% from the field. We're talking about Trae Young here, GA. What stands out most about him to you?
Well, Kevin, I'd say just how confident he is, right? He plays with that unique energy and swagger. You love him if he's on your team and can't stand him if he's playing against you.
The fader. 3 on the clock. And Toronto turns it over again. Atlanta leading by 14. First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. A wide open look here for Okongwu. Atlanta again missing. Ingram outside. The three. Rebound, Atlanta. Okongwu's now got 4 rebounds now tonight. Johnson outside. Young against Quickly. Three-pointer. Young, good. Young's got 13 points.
And this game belongs to Young right now, and he is simply making everything.
And Barrett gets it to go.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Young finds Johnson. The kick out to Young. From past the arc. Count it. Number 5 from the floor this game. He's now 5 of 11.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
The Hawks leading by 17. Three-pointer. Boucher with the rebound. And so quickly will bring it up for the Toronto Raptors. Here's the three. Sinks the triple. Boucher's got his second basket of the game. Stan, isn't it terrific? We're seeing these great stars in the NBA extending their careers more than ever before.
We certainly are, Kevin, and it's great for the league. The league keeps getting younger, though. These guys come into the league earlier. But I think what players have learned, it's not even just the basketball part. It's the strength and conditioning. It's the nutrition. They've taken care of themselves better, and that allows them to last longer.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. With the CBA and new broadcasting deals both completed, league talk now turns to expansion. Commissioner Adam Silver says if you're a successful organization, I think it makes sense over time to continue to grow. There's no doubt that there are a lot of great cities we're interested in having in the NBA. Kevin?
So right, David, we could lay out 3, 4, 5 cities right now that would beg to have professional basketball.
Well, the numbers show it. R.J. Barrett much more comfortable shooting from the corner.
And Young kicks to Daniels. Young, a screen on Ingram. Three-pointer, Daniels buries the long-range jumper. Daniels has got 9.
Yeah, and when you're hit, you gotta hit back.
A bit of a duel going on between them. Came down the floor looking for immediate payback.
Birtle, the pass to Ingram. Birtle sets the pick for Ingram. Puts it up from 12. Rebound, Atlanta. Okongwu's now got his 5th rebound in this one. Three-pointer, Daniels. Toronto grabs the miss. Pass to Quickly. For 3, Ingram. No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's the Atlanta Hawks with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. And it's been there. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, he puts that pass right on the money and made things look easy for his teammate.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. So with Johnson on the bench, here's the 5 for Quinn Snyder right now. Niang out there with Clint Capella. Then it's Terrence Mann. Then there's Karis LeVert. And it's Puffkin in at the 1. Screen by Niang. Mann carries it from 3-point range. Mann's got the first field goal of the 4th quarter here for Atlanta. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Hawks.
Well, all you can ask for is your guys to be really active on D, and they've been more than that tonight.
And also, they continue to take advantage on the offensive glass. Those extra possessions paying off in second chance points. Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
And the Hawks making a change here.
First team foul. Substitution on the court.
Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Here's Niang. Misses the three. Raptors trail by 14. The deep three from Ingram. Misses the three, and he used the pump fake well there, but he couldn't capitalize. Fires from way outside. Pass to Krejci. Shot clock at 6. Niang with the ball. And once again off the mark by Atlanta. Ingram up top. He's covered by Niang. And that one's good. Ingram.
And you see the polish from Ingram as a scorer from every level. His versatility is a boon for this offense.
Pass to LeVert. Niang with the ball. That's good. And it's LeVert with the assist.
Late reaction defensively. He quickly takes advantage, grows their lead.
Yeah, look, the truth is, he doesn't need much space anyway. But that one was too easy.
The Hawks leading by 12. Nance a screen. There's the triple. And the basket by Krejci. Krejci's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Barnes against Nance. Pass to Abaji. It's Ingram on the wing. The three. Abaji, the pass to Dick.
2 minutes remaining in regulation time.
This one for three. The rebound by Niang. Niang's got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight. On the wing, man. 1:41 left in the fourth quarter of this one. A three-pointer is right on target.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, and at this point, the focus is take care of the ball, no needless fouls, and no threes.
The Hawks leading by 18.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for Atlanta.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Trae Young.
Well, offensively, they needed him to be aggressive, and he delivered. What a game.
Atlanta making some changes. Gaze checked in, and it's Matthews in for Terrence Mann. Puts up a deep three. And it's LeVert missing. Smart, accurate passes, Greg, are really paying off for them at the moment.
And also good off-ball movement. Everyone is paying attention and looking to create the best shot for the team.
Picked his pocket. Lawson has the open look. From downtown, sinks the three-pointer. And so LeVert will bring it up for Atlanta. Fires from way outside. Matthews, no good. And so it's the Hawks taking care of business in this one. They came in here. Much appreciated, David. And that about wraps it up.
matchup.
Yeah, this is a game, BA, I think that has been circled on the calendar. These guys are competitive, but there are positional rivalries that do exist, and the only way you can measure up is standing across from your opponent. We've got that here tonight. Who's going to get the best of who?
All right, now let's check out the starters for the Miami Heat. They've got Alec Burks. Bam Adebayo is out there with Andrew Wiggins. Then there's Tyler Hero, and it's Ware in at the 5. Now here's Barnes. And it's good. Off the back of the rim and in.
Coming out swinging and hitting the game's first bucket.
Well, for us, it'll be interesting. Can they keep that kind of pace up all game long?
And the foul called on Emmanuel quickly. That's his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First game foul.
Hero against quickly. Adebayo. Here's Ware. And a triple. And so quickly we'll bring it up for the Raptors. Looking at the Raptors, Brent, things have not gone too smoothly since their 2019 championship.
Well, I felt like that championship roster was built just for that year, though, BA. There wasn't a lot of, progression that was going to come from that. They went in, they got Kawhi, they won the championship, and now it's all about rebuilding their franchise in the style that they want to do it. They have one guy that they believe in Scotty Barnes, RJ Barrett on the trade, and slowly and surely they're going to start to put these pieces around to become a contender again.
Hero with the bucket.
And Hero early on in his career finds himself in these big-time moments.
About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Ingram with a screen on Burks. Outside Ingram. Fires the 3. He can't get it to go. Miami has gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. Burks for 3. Back to Adebayo. It's stolen by Pirtle. And a fast break now for the Raptors. And that one's good. Ingram.
Well, the defense has to do a better job, but when Brandon Ingram is on the break, those strides, man, he takes up a lot of ground.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
I caught up with Coach Darko Rajakovic. We chatted about strategy against Andrew Wiggins, and Coach put it simply. He said, quote, "We just got to stay on him at the arc, on the inside. We can't let him give our defenders the slip." So the defense is going to try to stay as glued to nimble Wiggins as possible for this one.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
Hero, the pass to Burks. Wiggins outside. They set a pick. Fires for 3. Rebound Toronto. Pass to quickly. Back to Ingram. Picked by Pirtle. Takes the 3. And again, Toronto with a triple.
And Ingram really can handle either part of that pick and roll. He could be the screener, and then he could roll, or he could score off it. Nice option.
Hero, no good.
You could see he wanted to get it back. Sadly, he couldn't capitalize from outside the arc.
Quickly with the ball. Stolen by Wiggins. Just under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the first quarter. Hero with it. He's picked up by Barnes. Pass to Adebayo. That 3's off the mark. Toronto leading by 7. You know, he's 6'9". Brent, would you call Bam Adebayo a small ball center?
If you were standing in front of him, BA, would you do that? I don't know if I want to do that. I want to ask Bam what he wants to be called. Whether it's center or forward, it doesn't really much matter. This guy can play both ends of the floor and can dominate a game. He's got great strength, great length, and continues to grow his game.
They're locked in and focused on making each possession a success.
Yeah, that's exactly how they got the lead. They ended up having multiple possessions in a row with good quality shots, knocked them down, and the game is fully in their control.
So it's Miami now. Toronto making their last shot. Fires in the triple. Hero's got 6 points.
Tyler Hero ready to pull the trigger at any time.
Barnes with a screen on Burks. Here's Abaji. Rebound Miami.
Well, mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss from there.
1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. And it's off from 3-point range. Heat trail by 6. Outside Burks. Pass to Ware. With 4 on the clock. Jacks up a 3. Oh, it's blocked by Barnes. And so it's Toronto, leading by 6. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Toronto.
Well, hey, guys, I mean, can we talk about how unselfish they've been? Just racking up the assist numbers, moving it around with great precision.
It feels like the three-point line has opened up really early in this one, too. They've been looking confident from behind the arc, but there's a lot of attempts going up.
Barrett is the 3. Barnes will play the 4. Dick is out there with Walter, and it's Boucher in at the center spot. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. Now here's Mitchell. Pass to Larson. The 3 is up. And it's Boucher with the rebound. Raptors lead by 9. And Brent, the Heat always looking to compete year in, year out.
Well, for good reason. This team takes a lot of pride in giving themselves a chance every year. And the way the front office conducts their business is they believe they can put together the type of roster that is going to go out there and take care of things to put them in position to be successful.
Robinson gets the bucket.
Yeah, he's not only accurate, he's got the range.
Robinson against Barrett. Fires from deep. Rebound by the Heat. Puts up a 3. And again, Miami with a triple.
2 teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
Boucher passes to Dick. Lets it fly. Love grabs the miss. And here's Mitchell. He'll bring it up for the Miami Heat. They trail by 3. Poke loose. Barnes against Love. Barrett passes to Dick. Lets the 3 fly. He buries it from 3. Dick's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
The Raptors are still developing. Coach Darko Rajakovic said, we're focusing on offensive execution and player development. It's about what we need to do night in and night out, regardless of the opponent. As we grow, we'll teach more schemes for opponent preparation. BA step by step.
Yeah, it's a process, Allie. Thank you. Dick with a miss. Heat trail by 3. Pass to Mitchell. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second. Anderson against Barnes. 4 on the clock. The Heat need to get one up in a hurry. Larson, no good. Toronto leading by 3. The 3, Barrett. Larson with a rebound. Miami has got 6 out of 15 threes so far in this game. Here's Robinson. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Robinson's got 8. Well, Brent, we hear the term empty stats ever so often. What are your thoughts about that phrase?
BA, when you play such a long season, there are going to be nights where the game is not all that competitive. But we also know that throughout the course of long seasons, there are teams that are not going to be competitive. Still, those guys going out there on a nightly basis and putting up their numbers, getting those reps in, it means they're capable.
Here's Dick. Miami making their last shot. And it's Miami's ball. They're on an 11-3 run. Outside Robinson. Outside Love. From the arc. Missed it. Now 0 for 1 on this game. The Raptors have gotten only 2 of 8 field goals to go in the second. Outside Barrett. Fires the 3. And again, no good by Toronto. Miami has gone 3 of 6 from outside in the second quarter. And there's the call on Scotty Barnes. That's his first foul of the game. Miami making a switch here. Highsmith checked in.
Substitution on the court.
43 seconds left in the first half. Over to the left wing, out of bounds. It'll be Toronto's ball. Abaji's checked in for Toronto. Jaime Jaquez is checked in for Miami. The Raptors with a lead. Here's Walter. He's scoreless. Here's Boucher for three. The shot no good. And it's Miami's ball. They're on an 11-3 run. There's a 4-second difference between the shot and game clock. Pass to Highsmith. Love a screen on Boucher. Highsmith gets the three to fall. Highsmith's got his first 3 points of the game. Boucher passes to Dick. Boucher a screen on Jaquez. Dick with a miss. Outside Robinson. No good. Would have counted had it gone. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Miami out in front. They lead by a bucket. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. One guy who's been getting it done is Duncan Robinson.
I like how they control the tempo and play to his strengths.
This is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
And on the floor for Eric Spoelstra starting the second half. Tyler Hero is out there with Alec Burks. Then it's Andrew Wiggins. Then it's Bam Adebayo, and it's Ware in at the center position.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Now here's Quickly. Abaji, pass to Quickly. Ingram with a screen on Hero. To the left side wing. Shot clock at 6. Here's Quickly. Rebound Miami. And during the first few seasons of Emmanuel Quickley's career, he was seen primarily as a scorer, Greg.
Yes, but recently has blossomed into a more versatile threat. The leap we've seen in his passing has been especially impressive. He's a player to watch out for moving forward. Yeah, you know, he usually makes you pay from that range.
Here's Abaji. Quickly. And the tip in on the offensive boards. Quickly's gotten his second bucket of the game.
And getting in there quickly to crash the glass.
Adebayo passes to Hero. Pass to Ware. Burks a screen on Pirtle. Outside Burks. This one for three. Quickly with the rebound. For Toronto, they've gotten 2 of 4 shots to go since the break. Barnes kicks it to Quickly. Here's Abaji. And stolen by Adebayo. Pass to Burks. Gets the 3 ball to go. Burks has got 9.
That's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
Now here's Barnes. Ingram with a screen on Burks. Abaji can't hit. Heat leading by 3. Hero left side. The three-pointer off the mark.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
There's the 3. Abaji can't hit.
I mean, he's trying to shoot his way out of what's becoming a prolonged cold streak.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
Now here's Wiggins. No made baskets yet. Hero, no good.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
And here's Ingram outside. The rebound by Burks. Miami has gone 2 of 6 from downtown here in the second half. All right, Brent, let me ask you a very important question. What exactly is Heat culture?
BA, Heat culture is about toughness and competitiveness. And if you step into that building, you better make sure that you're ready to be pushed and push the limits that, as a professional player, not a lot of other teams are willing to go. As soon as they find guys who enjoy that, and I'm not going to say torture, but it's close, those are the kind of guys who make it in Miami.
Now here's Adebayo. Burks with it. He's picked up by Barnes. Adebayo passes to Burks. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Ware. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Pass to Barnes. And they pick up 2. Barnes has got his first basket. Miami trailing. Here's Ware, covered by Ingram. Burks with it. To the wing on the left. Again, the Heat misses.
He'd love to make them pay for giving up that wide-open jumper, just unable to do so.
And the call will be against Brandon Ingram. That's his first foul of the game. And some changes here for the Raptors. R.J. Barrett comes in for Ingram, and it's Walter in for Abaji. And Miami with a change here, too. Robinson's checked in. Hero, the pass to Adebayo from outside the arc. Knocks down the triple. And the Heat lead by 1.
Man, bigs like Adebayo got to drain shots to keep the defense honest. Nice to see him working on that part of his game.
8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Denied by Adebayo. Driving to the basket and finished off by Adebayo.
I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. The 3, Barrett nails it from 3. Barrett's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Here's Burks. Robinson on the wing. Miami shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one. First free throw is good. And both free throws good for Robinson.
That's what he does. Rock solid at the line.
It'll count. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. We're at the end of the third quarter, and we've still got a close. And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. The Heat with the lead. We've got R.J. Barrett, and it's Mobo in at the 4. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. Jovic's shot is off. The Raptors shooting just 38% for this game so far. Here's Castleton. Misses the 3. Used the pump fake well, but he couldn't capitalize. Now Hero.
These calls can be so difficult for officials to make.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. Toronto on D. Outside Robinson, and there's a pick. 6 to shoot. The 3 ball. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Boucher passes to Dick. Kicks it out to Barrett. Burks with it. Picked up by Dick. Robinson on the wing. Launches a 3. Drains the triple. And the Heat lead by 5. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Heat.
Well, their D has been a major story tonight. I mean, those steals and putting pressure on the ball, clogging the passing lanes, impressive.
Something else I've seen from them in this game is just how quick they are to capitalize on their turnover. I mean, they're pouncing on that stuff. You got to be careful when you're handling the ball around you.
And again, Toronto, no good. Miami leading by 5. Screen by Robinson. Pass to Burks. Robinson, a screen on Boucher. For 3. It's rebounded by Barrett. Toronto has gone 0 for 3 here in the fourth. Boucher for three. He drops it from range.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Now here's Hero. Up top, Robinson. Guarded by Barrett. 6 on the shot clock. Burks passes to Hero. Shoots from the right block. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
Yikes, that one stings there. Hurts so much more to turn the ball over, especially with how tight the game is.
On the wing quickly. Checked by Mitchell. Here's Abaji. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. Miami has gone 1 for 5 shooting from the arc here in the fourth. Wiggins looking around. Pass to Adebayo. Clock at 6.
2 minutes remaining in regular season.
And here's Burks from behind the arc. And the three-pointer goes. And the Heat lead by 5.
Exactly what every offense needs. Shooters who can force the defense to extend.
No, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game. He's a guy that lives for a big moment like that. Great focus and courage in the clutch.
Oh, got that bucket in no time at all.
Bam stepping up and making a huge play for his team that time.
Quickly drives in. Over to the wing. Pirtle finds Barrett. Picked by Pirtle. Kicks it to Quickly. Outside Ingram. Pass to Pirtle. Here's Barrett. Here's Abaji. They get it again. Outside for Ingram. Here's Abaji. Second chance shot. And he can't get that one.
Not a way to get out of a funk. He needs to be looking for good, solid, more efficient shots. Not the wild one he took there.
Burks for 3. And the Heat, another 3. There's 49 seconds left in the final quarter. Abaji, pass to Ingram. Here's Abaji, pounded by Wiggins. Abaji can't hit.
He's trying to force his way into a rhythm, but that's not helping the team.
Stolen by Quickly. Now here's Barrett. He's covered closely.
RJ coming through, and that one makes you feel good.
There's 31 seconds left in the fourth. Ingram with the ball. Now Wiggins defending. The shot by Ingram, no good.
And even though he couldn't send the shot back at him, he certainly altered it.
Yeah, that's the kind of energy that you want to see on every possession throughout the game.
Showing us that killer instinct right now. No letting the foot off the gas for them.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game, but once they broke through that barrier, it was all them. Complete control.
Launches it from deep. The shot, no good. So it's Miami picking up the win. All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. And that'll do it, folks.
front court break.
Yeah, each of these teams are anchored by their big men. I think it's going to be physical and highly intensified.
So here's Miami's starting group. They've got Adebayo. Hero out there with Alec Burks. Then it's Wiggins, and it's Ware in at the 5 spot.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
The offensive rebound. Okongwu kicks to Young. Johnson with a screen on Hero. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Now the Heat with it. Pass to Wiggins. Lets the 3 fly. Atlanta with the rebound. Well, the Miami Heat have always been in contention, Stan, for the East, and you've worked in the organization. Why is that?
Well, look, Kevin, I'll admit to a bit of a bias here, but they have a great coach, maybe the best in the league. He's been there since 2008. That consistency and continuity really helps, and this team expects themselves to win no matter what they go through.
Here's Young after Alec Burks' score. The shot by Okongwu, no good. And here's Burks. Pass to Ware. And stolen by Okongwu. Young with the ball. Now defended by Adebayo. Daniels with it. Launches a 3. Bangs home the trifecta. Daniels has got 6.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Here's Ware. And it's off the back rim. No good. For Atlanta, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Here's Rizachet. Young left side. Shoots a fader. Gets the 3-pointer to fall.
And that corner 3 isn't a huge part of Young's game, but his accuracy can make it work.
Burks dishes to Wiggins. Fires the 3. Okongwu grabs the board. Okongwu's now got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
And we're going to see a lot of that in the coming years. Rizachet with great range.
On its way from Burks for 2. Miami no good on that time either. The Hawks leading by 10. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Well, I was able to speak with Quinn Snyder just before the game. They were raving about an opposing player, in this case, Andrew Wiggins. Coach said, I have tons of respect for Wiggins. 100% effort on both ends. Andrew can beat you scoring it, but he can also be a shutdown defender. High praise for Wiggins, the former 1st overall pick. Kevin?
Thank you, David.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a 3-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Now here's Johnson. He has yet to score. 1:32 left in the first quarter of the game. And at this point, Tyler Hero's used to hearing his name in just about every trade rumor that comes along, Stan. I would assume that's got to be a little disconcerting for a player.
It probably is, Kevin, but give him a lot of credit. It never seems to bother him, at least in terms of affecting his play on the floor. He still puts up big numbers. He plays with great confidence. Tyler Hero's an outstanding offensive player.
And here are the Heat now after the missed 3 from Trae Young. They set the pick. Shot clock at 5. Fades. Rebound by Johnson. Atlanta leading by 7. Daniels from outside. Atlanta again missing. And here's Hero. He'll bring it up for the Miami Heat. Wiggins from outside. Again, Wiggins missing.
Well, it isn't for a lack of effort when it comes to getting up the 3-pointers, but not much to show for. He's going to lose the green light here very early in this game if this keeps up.
true highlight of Richard's game, his ability to just knock it down from beyond.
Fires for three. Outside, Hero. Pass to Burks. 6 to shoot. No one near Adebayo as he lets it go. Miami no good on that time either. And so it's Atlanta with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for the Hawks.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shooting the shots with no hesitation.
They've out-hustled the opponent so far in this one. A lot of points in the open floor, and that's giving them the advantage.
Rizachet is out there with Karis LeVert. Then there's George Niang. Then it's Clint Capella, and it's man in at the small forward position. That's the group start the second quarter for the Hawks. The Heat trail by 13. Greg, since making it to the Eastern Conference Finals in 2021, the Atlanta Hawks haven't been that good.
And it was hard to tell if that was a Cinderella run at the time, but Kevin, looking like that might have been the outlier. The Hawks took some risks to get back there, but it just hasn't worked.
Here's Larson. Lets it go with a three. Rebounded by Capella. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. They get it back. Pass to LeVert. Takes the three. It's good from long range. LeVert's got the lead up to 13 now for the Hawks.
From range, LeVert's one of those guys you have to respect his shot. He makes enough from beyond where you have to honor him.
Robinson finds Hero. Anderson a screen on LeVert. And a wide open look for Hero. Offensive rebound. Here's Larson. Hits the three-point bomb. Larson's got 6 points in the quarter.
You know, maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that D can afford to give him.
Here's Niang. He's covered by Anderson. Niang, no good.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Hero, that's a two-pointer. That falls. Great assist by Love. Hero's got it back down to within single digits for the Heat. Here's Niang, defended by Anderson. Niang, that's good. Niang's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin, we all know about what Heat culture means. Bam Adebayo says we share the ball, play together, and we know where the shots are going to come from. We're just blessed to have a team like this. Everybody buys in, everybody competes, and everybody wants to get the job done. Kevin, back to you.
They've got great chemistry. Thanks, David. The Hawks making a switch here. Buffkin's checked in. Anderson passes to Robinson. Rebound, Atlanta.
That was a good look from the mid-range. He'd like to have that one back.
Screen by Capella. Here's Niang. The Hawks again can't hit.
I can't believe he missed that three. Regardless, that's not a shot the defense should be giving it.
Atlanta leading by 11. Capella sets a screen for LeVert. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. LeVert's got 9 points now in the quarter. This league, Stan, is so deep with talent. Are there any players who you think get overlooked in the conversation?
That's a great question, Kevin. I mean, there are some guys who I think get underrated because they play with other guys who are so talented and draw the attention. One guy that I have really seen lately that I think has been better than people think is Grayson Allen, the best three-point shooter or one of the best three-point shooters in the NBA and a very underrated defender.
And he's evolving, isn't he? Looks like he's working on other parts of his game, but he's always been able to shoot, which has been his calling card.
And he's a much more athletic guy than people give him credit for.
And the Hawks with possession here. Heat knocking down the tray. Out to the right wing. Capella with a screen on Hero. Fires from deep. To the wing on the left. Here's Niang. He's covered by Anderson. Down he goes. Nice one there from Niang. Niang's got 6.
Well, that's just excellent offense. If the defense is giving that up, you've got to take it.
Back to Burks. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. They set the screen. Outside for Robinson. Shot on the wing, and it goes down 2 points. He has 5.
Well, when you move the ball, you open up the defense. Great job to make the unselfish play.
And so it's Atlanta enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. Thanks, David, and we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Shea with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room because you're right. He's the problem right now.
Here's who Eric Spoelstra is starting the second half with. Tyler Hero out there with Alec Burks. Then it's Wiggins. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's Ware in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And Dwayne Wade is the first Heat player to be honored with a statue. And Greg, that's pretty significant for a very successful franchise.
And Kevin, well-deserved, right? D-Wade, the best player in franchise history. He helped bring 3 championships to the city. Plus, he's already got a street named after.
The Hawks leading by 15. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Fades back. And again, Atlanta with the triple.
And that's just too easy for Young. The D has to guard him a lot better than that beyond the arc.
Hero from long range. Good on the triple. Hero's got 8 points.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
The Heat trail by 15. Pass to Adebayo. For 3. Rebounded by the Hawks. Okongwu's now got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Daniels from outside. And Ware pulls it down. Ware's got his 5th rebound in this one. From outside the arc, Okongwu grabs the board. Okongwu's now got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. Back to Young. Fires the 3. Burks pulls it in. For Miami, they've gone only 1 of 6 in the field in the third quarter. Not how they pictured the half started. Hero kicks to Wiggins. Adebayo with a screen for Wiggins. Adebayo against Young. Gets it to go. That one good from Adebayo. He has 5.
Just playing so strong down low. Adebayo knows you got to be ready for the fight inside.
And Okongwu has it in the corner. Screen by Young. Okongwu's shot is good. Okongwu's now got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Adebayo finds Burks. That one falls coming off Adebayo's feet.
And what can Adebayo do? I mean, gets the tough rebounds, scores the tough baskets, and then makes the right pass.
Young with no one around. Offensive rebound. And it's Miami with the rebound. Ware's got 6 rebounds in the game. Well, G.A. Adebayo came from very humble beginnings.
Yeah, raised by his mother. And Kevin, Bam's main motivation in life was to get her out of that trailer. He worked extremely hard and now arguably a top 25 player.
George Niang, he's checked in for Atlanta. Karis LeVert comes in for Trae Young. Robinson's checked in for the Heat. Takes a 3. Hands it from downtown. Robinson's got 8 points.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
Yeah, taking away the lead is never easy, but a rally like this is how you do it.
And LeVert is playing with such passion on offense. He's just not afraid to play a big role on that end.
Robinson for 3. Rebound, Atlanta. They led by as many as 18 points. LeVert from outside. And again, Atlanta with the triple.
Guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. And Ware pulls it down. Ware's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Burks for 3. Nailed from three-point land. Burks has got 2 now from beyond the arc in the 3rd for Miami. It's LeVert on the wing. Oh, and he almost had a 4-point play right there. He'll go to the line with a chance for 3.
Yeah, good job trying to get a hand in the face, but you've got to be more careful.
And he sinks the 2nd. And he makes all 3. Robinson for 3. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And here at the end of the 3rd quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the 2-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or 2 when he needs to.
Yeah, well, he looked like a pass-first point guard on this assist. Incredible instinct to feel the play develop and set up the score.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the 4th quarter, but stranger things have happened. So with Johnson sitting on the bench, here's the 5 for Quinn Snyder right now. They've got Clint Capella, Niang out there with Terrence Mann. Then there's Karis LeVert, and it's Krejci in at the 1. The 3 gets it to go from beyond the arc. And the Hawks lead by 16. It's so easy, Coach, to highlight the athleticism, but there's certainly a mental aspect to the game as well. I know you value that as a coach.
You can never, Kevin, overestimate how important intelligence is. I was in the NBA, or have been around the NBA for 30 years, and I have never seen one really good player who wasn't really smart. Yeah, way back when I started coaching, you never wanted a three-pointer on a fast break. Now, it's the shot teams are looking for.
Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. Now the Hawks moving it the other way. Here's Capella. That's good. And it's LeVert with the assist.
And such an advantage when you have a big guy like Capella who can change ends like a guard. And you know what? If you're the defense, you got him right where you want him. Let him keep shooting those threes because he's been brutal in this half. Always a threat. 3
three-point land that time was seriously expanded.
Robinson for three, drills the three-pointer.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Here's Hero. Rebounded by Capella. Capella's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Mann. Rebound by the Heat. Right side Robinson from the arc. Wow, came this close to a 4-point play. He'll head to the line for 3 free throws. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Hawks.
Well, they've been hitting threes at a high clip, and the defense hasn't done enough to challenge them at the line. They need to close out and run them off the three.
And also, guys, they pushed the ball and been able to score in transition, trying to take advantage of playing in the open floor as often as possible.
Late reaction defensively, he quickly takes advantage, grows their lead.
Yeah, look, the truth is, he doesn't need much space anyway, but that one was too easy.
And how about the confidence of Wiggins? His teammates want him to take those shots.
Three-pointer, Daniels. And Ware pulls it down. The Heat trail by 12 from deep three-point land. Wiggins outside. Takes a step back. Just 5 to shoot. There's Hero with the 3. Rebounded by the Hawks. Okongwu's now got his 16th rebound on the night. Puts up a deep 3. It's hauled in by Bam Adebayo. Adebayo's got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Robinson. And it's Daniels with the rebound. The Hawks leading by 12. Young looking around. Trains the three-pointer. Young's got 9 points here in the second half.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Hawks.
Tonight they seem committed to the three-point shot.
That was the bread and butter. Fortunately, they made enough of those, but sometimes it was quantity over quality.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Caris LeVert.
Well, as a coach, it's so fun to watch a player dominate the game offensively like he did in this one.
And it's a completely new group for Atlanta. And some changes here for the Heat.
Substitution on the court.
There's 49 seconds left in the fourth. LeVert from outside. Johnson with the rebound. And Miami has possession. They trail by 16.
Well, the defense catches a break there. You expect him to make those.
Here's Gay. And a miss there on the triple. It's stolen. The three-pointer off the mark. Rozier against Matthews. And it's Rozier missing.
Well, he's going to have some explaining to do on the sideline about why he took that shot.
Yeah, you know, back in the day, you'd be taking a seat. Now, unfortunately, it seems like we see too many ill-advised shots.
And so Atlanta takes this one by a big margin. And the outcome of this one, David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.
tonight. Can't wait to see these centers go at it.
BA, there was once a point in history where we were talking about, is the 5-man phased out of the game, and all of a sudden now you have several MVPs who occupy the position. It is unequivocally going to be a special matchup tonight.
So let's take a look at the starters for the Toronto Raptors. Barnes and Pirtle down low at the 4 and 5. Emmanuel quickly is out there with Brandon Ingram. And it's Abaji in at the small forward. Here's Abaji. Shot on the wing. Okongwu with the rebound.
Well, you simply have to shake that one off, right? You can't let that kind of missed opportunity bother you.
Johnson a screen on Ingram. Let's go with a 3. Daniels, that one's true.
Yes, slick play call by Daniels. Pick and rolls give him room to operate, and he does not waste it at all.
Ingram, the pass to quickly. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
I caught up with Quinn Snyder. We got to talking about Brandon Ingram, and I asked how Coach thought they might limit him tonight. Coach told me, well, there's nothing we can do about his size and his length, so we're hoping just to frustrate him and keep him off balance by getting up in his business and contesting shots. Hopefully that plan pans out for them, guys.
Okay, thank you, Allie. Shot clock at 5. Here's Abaji. Sinks it from distance.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
The Hawks have gone 1 for 3 so far. And 6-man, a common term in basketball, has a unique meaning for the Atlanta Hawks, Graham.
Yeah, it's the name of their fan base. Extremely loyal and passionate. And they've swayed the outcome of games. Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Lets it go from the wing. Atlanta with the rebound.
And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
Here's Daniels. And the Hawks with another 3.
Oh, good shot from Daniels. He understands he needs to keep knocking these down for his team.
Here's Ingram. Pirtle with a screen on Young. The 3 from quickly. Oh, again! Toronto with a triple.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Now here's Young. From deep. Abaji with a rebound. Raptors trail by 3. An open look for Ingram. Again, the Raptors good for 2 more.
Look at how smooth Ingram's shot is. Hard off the pass, he puts up a silky jumper.
Young against quickly. From downtown. That one no good. The Raptors have gone 3 of 6 from the floor. Pass to Abaji. Launches it. Knocks it down from distance. Agbaji's got 6.
He really hooked the defender with that pump fake. It worked to perfection.
Young looking around. Shoots a fadeaway. Young missing again. Toronto's gone 3 of 4 on threes here in this first quarter. Well, Grant, aside from making the East Finals in 2021, how would you assess Trae Young's teams?
Well, they're always solid offensive teams. But Trae is the type of player that you need to surround with defensive-minded guys, and he hasn't really had that.
Now here's Barnes, still without a bucket. 1:07 left now in the first quarter. Outside for Ingram. Picked by Pirtle. And they turn it over. Shot clock violation as the buzzer sounds. And Atlanta making a change here. LeVert's checked in. The Raptors also with a sub. Walter, he's checked in for Scotty Barnes. The Hawks leading. And here is Young. Johnson a screen on quickly. Pass to Daniels. Three-pointer. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Quickly passes to Ingram. Young against Ingram. Outside Young. There's the screen by Johnson. Trae Young. That's good. Young's got his second bucket of the night.
They're often shooting from way beyond the arc. Young easily pops in the short-range three.
Shot from the wing. Good on the bucket. Outside Young. Takes a three. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And that concludes a back and forth. And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen from Atlanta?
Well, it seems like they went in looking to do damage from long range, and they faced little resistance.
And that was obviously the plan coming in. Now the big question, can they maintain that efficiency from range as the game goes along?
So on the floor for Toronto to kick off the second quarter. We've got Jakob Poeltl. Dick is out there with Emmanuel Quickly. Then it's Brandon Ingram. And it's Abaji in at the 4. And here's Levert for 3. Poeltl grabs a miss. Poeltl's got 4 rebounds now. And here's Ingram outside. And it's Niang with the rebound.
That's his shot. And one, I'm sure, he wants back.
Over Poeltl. On the wingman. The 3. On target from range. Man's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Intelligent ball movement. The offense looking one step ahead there.
Something this Raptors team does very well is move the ball doors.
Yeah, B.A., this is an unselfish group of guys. They like moving the basketball, getting everybody involved. Amazing when a team has everybody touch it, how good it feels.
Atlanta with the ball. Toronto making their last shot. To the middle. Pass to Rizachet. Shot clock at 6. And here's Levert. Three-pointer. And the Hawks with another 3.
Well, you cannot allow Karis LeVert to square up from deep. When he's in rhythm, he's going to knock down that shot with great consistency.
Abaji can't hit.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Niang, right side. Pass to Capella. Levert outside. The 3 is up. And that one's good. That makes him 2 for 3.
That's just a feel that you have in the pick and roll game. Really good understanding of how to break the defense down by Karis.
Now Poeltl. Outside Dick. Pass to Quickly. The steal. On the wing man. Covered by Ingram. Lets it go from deep. Another 3 for Atlanta. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Hawks.
Yeah, they're just attacking on defense. Getting those hands out and knocking the ball free. I really like their energy defensively.
The other thing they've done a great job of so far is getting offense off of their defense. Forcing turnovers, then quickly converting.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Emmanuel Quickly is the lead guard for the Raptors, and he said, I'm still learning when to be ultra aggressive and when to get my teammates involved. The balance of it all while playing defense at a high level. It's a lot, but I'm having fun learning all of it because this is what I wanted, to be challenged. Ryan?
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thank you. Misses the 3. Raptors trail by 14. Doris, one thing you can say about Karis LeVert, he knows how to seize an opportunity.
And the thing about it, B.A., is it doesn't matter if that opportunity comes when he's being a starter or when he's coming off the bench. His mindset is, my skill set is score, and that's exactly what I'm going to do.
Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen. I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
And Atlanta making a change here. Huffkins checked in. Boucher's checked in for Toronto. Barrett comes in for Abaji.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
Where was the defense? No help. You can't afford to give up these kinds of buckets.
Raptors trail by 12. Barrett passes to Dick. Oh, it's stolen by LeVert. And a fast break now for the Hawks. To the wing, right side. Here's Niang. Outside man. The three. And it won't go. His first miss. He's 2 of 3 now. 8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Dick. And counted from 19 feet away. Dick's gotten his 3rd basket of the night.
Not exactly what coach wanted coming up the floor, but he'll take it.
Niang, that's good.
Well, Karis LeVert has great size to see over the defense and terrific vision there.
Now here's Ingram. Defense is right there. Boucher, no good. Now Capella, outside man. He gets it up. Oh, did he get it off in time? He did! How about that?
Are you serious? That was incredible.
What a way to seize momentum.
Thanks very much, Allie. And folks, we'll be right back to start the second half of this game. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Grant, would you say the Raptors are in the process of starting over?
You know, I certainly don't think that's the wrong thing to call it, B.A. Coaching changes, some big trades. They're shuffling things around and trying to start building something new.
Risache and Johnson, they're the forwards. Trae Young out there with Dyson Daniels. And it's a Kongwu in at the 5. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Quinn Snyder. And out of bounds, Atlanta will have it.
Yeah, just couldn't make the connection, but you appreciate their attempt at moving the ball.
Atlanta leading by 13. Here's Young. He has 6. An absolute bomb from 3-point range. Young's got 9.
This is where Young most resembles Steph Curry. Both have range almost out to half court. Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Daniels, that one's true.
You can see why they go to this guy so often. More often than not, he's going to be very efficient like he is right here.
Drills it from deep.
Now, this is a young guy stretching the big position, right? Chris Boucher very willing to rise and fire from downtown.
Out of bounds, it'll be Hawks ball. And here's Young. He'll bring it up for Atlanta. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the third quarter. And here's a Kongwu for 3. Rebound Toronto.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
Pass to Risache. And stolen by Barrett. And now the Raptors on the break. And he lobs it up to the rim.
There's real synergy in play right now on the offensive end. The pass was right where it needed to be.
The Hawks lead by 11. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. Daniels, that one's true. NBA scoring has been climbing over the past decades, Grant. Is the league too offensive at the moment, you think?
Well, we know that people like scoring, the fans, players, everyone, but the league needs to make sure there aren't hamstringing defenders too much. So I think allowing some more physicality incentivizes the defender to defend. Now we have competition on both sides of the ball.
I know he wants to answer the three that was just made on the other end, but he can't let that affect his judgment. He's got to find the best shot possible.
Pass to Okongwu. Beyond the arc. That shot missing. Raptors trail by 17. Here's Barrett. Ooh, lands soft on the front of the rim and drops in. Barrett's got 7 points for the quarter.
Boy, you talk about a gifted finisher. R.J. Barrett, soft touch on the interior.
Here's Rizachet. Here's Daniels, guarded by Dick. There's the screen by Johnson. Here's Rizachet. Still no points. And a miss there on the triple. And out on the wing, Zach Rizachet has so many things scouts are looking for these days.
Yeah, B.A., this guy has tremendous potential as a two-way threat. Great length, good athleticism, and his jump shot could be elite.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Hey, BA, the Hawks are figuring it out. Coach Quinn Snyder said, growth isn't linear. We want to just keep improving. The players have bought in. They're working. They're practicing hard, hitting the film. Everybody has been absolutely coachable. I think we're learning. Guys, it's all about the journey here.
Yeah, I'm trying to take that next step. That's how it's done. Thanks, Allie. Young, way outside. Danny! He did!
From long range. Woo!
How about that? Boucher down low. Okongwu on him. Oh, deflected. 6 on the shot clock. On the wing, Grady Dick. He's got 9. No good from outside. Atlanta leading by 21. Pass to Rizachet. A deep 3. And it's Boucher with the rebound. Boucher's got his 5th rebound in this one. Dick with a miss. For Atlanta, they've gotten 6 of their first 12 shots to drop in this third. Young with it, now guarded by Barrett. There's the triple. Offensive rebound. Okongwu finds Johnson. Here's Daniels. Young from long range sinks the tray. Young's got 18 points in the game.
They are unconscious from outside, and so far the defense has had no answer.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough.
At the end of the third quarter, a huge lead. This one may have already been decided. Atlanta on top, running away with this one. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. On the court for Toronto to start the fourth. They've got Emmanuel quickly. Also Brandon Ingram out there. And it's Abaji in at the small forward position. Ingram. The rebound by Atlanta. Niang's got 6 rebounds now in the game. 4-3. LeVert left side. The fader. Barnes with the rebound. The Raptors shooting around 41%. Abaji, pass to Barnes. And here's Ingram from the arc. Here's Mobo. Kicks it out to Barnes. And the 3 off target. The Hawks have gone 0 for 3 in this fourth. Not good. Oh, the Hawks again cannot hit it. Toronto's gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. Pass to Abaji. Here's the 3. Hits the three-pointer.
What a beautiful stroke from range. Defensively, you've got to try to take him out of his comfort zone.
Here's Krejci, guarded by Quickly. And here they come. Here's Ingram. And a slam dunk by Ingram.
Quite simply, Brandon Ingram is a point getter, so he will absolutely take those on the break.
LeVert goes against Ingram. Takes a 3. Oh, the Hawks again cannot hit it.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
The Hawks lead by 19. Puts up a deep three. Sinks it. What range from downtown.
That assertive mentality, I mean, just rising up from deep and draining it.
And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. For Atlanta, they've got 1 out of 6 shots to fall in this final quarter. Not ideal. For Toronto, they've gone 2 for 7 from the field here in the fourth. Not great. And that one's good. Quickly.
He's a producer. It's part of their plan to get him as many touches as possible.
Here's Krejci. Off the mark there with a three.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Abaji, the pass to Barnes. Capella with it. Wide open. And yep, it's good. Capella's got his first points of the game. And taking a quick gander here at the hustle stats for the Hawks.
You have to be a fan of the energy they've played with on the defensive end. Active hands and feet, and it's come up big a few times for them.
And their fast break has also been a key metric in this one. They have had a significant advantage in transition over the course of this game.
A nice shot by Krejci.
Whoa, that man is laser focused. Now, that's bad defense for a team that has a long way to go to catch up.
Well, credit the offense, though. If you're going to come with casual defensive effort, this team's responsibility is to take advantage, and they do.
Niang, three-pointer, no good.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one. And let's face it, this one was never really in question. They came out with purpose and just overwhelmed the opposition. A great win for the Hawks.
And everything seemed to go their way today. They were firing on all cylinders, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., this was the kind of performance you relish as a player. Just a very impressive win.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Trae Young.
The scoring effort from him, unreal. Carrying this team, I mean, he was amazing tonight.
55 seconds left in the game. Man with it. From deep three-point range, Barnes with the rebound.
I know that he has the ability and confidence to sink that shot, but better luck next time, maybe.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you've hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
Yeah, I think he's letting his emotions get the better of him on that foul.
So for the Hawks, Nance, he's checked in for Capella. Gay comes in for Niang, and it's Matthews in for Mann. And Toronto also making a switch. Pirtle's checked in to the paint. Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
Yeah, that's about perfect timing on the alley-oop finish. Scotty Barnes' teammates know he's a big-time vertical threat.
And so quickly we'll bring it up for the Toronto Raptors. Outside Ingram takes the three.
Brandon Ingram, 3 points.
So we see the Hawks taking the W here. Allie, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
It'll be the Heat off the tip. Here are the 5 for the Raptors. Barnes and Pirtle make up the inside pair. Ingram is out there with Emmanuel quickly. And it's Abaji in at the 3. Hero from long range. That shot no good.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
One thing you can pretty much count on with the Heat, Brent Barry, they're going to grind it out.
Yeah, this team has always been built around tenacity and toughness. Even with the big 3, with LeBron, D-Wade, and Bosh, there was a bit of a metamorphosis with the way LeBron approached games. Kind of being hated on was something they embraced, and that culture demands that hustle accountability and will consistently be about their culture.
Drills it from outside.
That's a go-to shot for Tyler Hero, so confident in his ability to connect from deep.
Pass to Pirtle. Barnes kicks to Pirtle. Puts up a 3, and the Raptors hit again from deep.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitive.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Now Hero kicks it out to Wiggins. And the Heat, another 3.
Wiggins making quick decisions with the ball, not wasting any time getting that shot off.
Here's Abaji, covered by Wiggins, quickly with a wide open look. That 3 off target had some space there after the little pump fake. Wiggins passes to Hero. Adebayo with a screen for Hero. Pass to Adebayo. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And the first shot of the night for him, no good. Toronto's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Here's Abaji. Basket is good. The assist from Barnes. Abaji's got 6.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's Wiggins. The tray. Barnes grabs the miss. We love young Scotty Barnes. He can shoot, he can defend, and he can really pass. Brent, he seems like the ideal wing.
Well, there's a lot of things there, Kevin, that are very good. You don't become an all-star at that position without those kind of abilities, but the responsibility of playing winning basketball consistently, let's see how that plays out for Scotty moving forward.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, thanks. Bam Adebayo talked about how his mentality has evolved over his career. He said, shoot the ball. I feel like that's been my evolution. It sounds very simple. When I came into this league as a defender, I feel like the progression's been shoot the ball, worry about everything else later. Kevin?
Certainly DA is a two-way threat. The Heat making a switch here. Robinson's checked in. Walter, he's checked in for the Raptors. Works for 3. Again, the miss by the Heat. Raptors leading by 6. Pirtle, the pass to Abaji. Out to Ingram. Jacks up a 3. And that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession. So both teams making some changes here. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Now Dick, just 5 on the clock. They set the pick. Lets it go from deep. Ingram can't get that one to fall. The Heat have gone just 2 of 7 so far. A little bit of a slow start for them. The Raptors have gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. They double them with Mitchell. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
It'll be a jump ball. Salto.
And it's the Heat with the ball.
Raptors foul.
All right, well, look at how the points have been generated so far. Scoring breakdown for the Raptors.
They've looked to fire as much as possible from outside the arc, and so far they are hitting at a high clip.
Love the passing that they displayed at the start of the game. Great ball movement that's opening up some chances without really getting deep into the execution.
Anderson, he's checked in for Kevin Love. Chris Boucher's checked in for the Raptors. The Heat shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
And take a look back at last season and what a season it was for them from the free throw line. 82% as a group.
It's checked in for the Raptors. He dialed that one up from long distance. Ingram's got 6 points.
Man, I love the confidence. B.I. from way out there.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
The Heat have made 2 and missed 2 at the line tonight. And he can't get the first one. And some changes here for the Heat. Nikola Jovic is checked in for Adebayo. And Hero subbed in for Mitchell. There's 42 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Barrett setting a pick for Dick. It's Barrett on the wing. Oh, good on the triple. And here's Hero. He'll bring it up for the Heat. They trail by 6. Pass to Jovic. Launches it. Connects from three-point range.
Remember when big men shooting threes were as rare as a Sasquatch, and now those big guys are everywhere.
Robinson against Ingram. Dick sets a screen for Ingram. Beyond the arc. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And still a close game. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And guys, what's your take on Toronto so far?
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
That defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
Anderson is out there with Robinson. Then it's Tyler Hero. And it's Jovic in at the center position. So that's who Miami starts the second with. The 2022 Rookie of the Year, Scotty Barnes, GA. He had a terrific rookie year, as we know. His second year may have fallen off a little bit.
Yeah, it was a bit stagnant for Scotty, but man, he had a monster third year, making his first All-Star game. The playmaking of Barnes especially took a leap.
Yeah, here's a list of things I don't want to do, and right at the top is guard that guy.
The kick out to Barnes. And again, Toronto with the triple.
Not too much respect shown to him by the defenders.
The Heat trail by 7. Here's Hero. At the elbow, it's Robinson. Grady Diggs checked in for the Raptors.
First team foul. Raptors substitution.
And we play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. There's Hero with the 3. Rebound by the Raptors.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
In the corner, Barrett with it. Dick sets a screen for Barrett. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Robinson a screen on Barnes. From deep. Good on that shot, and with that, the Toronto lead is cut down now to just 4 in the basket from Robinson.
That's his game right there. Robinson, one of the more deadly shooters in the NBA.
Barnes can't get it to go. The Heat have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Outside for Robinson. And again, Miami with the triple.
Well, that's his specialty right there. His confidence firing off the catch is remarkable.
Pass to Walter. Here's Dick. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. And the Raptors lead by 4. Left side, Anderson. There's the 3. Mobo with the rebound. Toronto's gone 3 of 5 beyond the arc since the start of the second quarter. Barnes can't get it to go. Miami's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight. 5 of 12. Anderson right side. Outside, Hero. And awards now have a minimum amount of games needed to qualify. An interesting twist in this whole story.
Yeah, and it seems logical because of the uproar from the fans and the media that they implement this. And how can you be that impactful in reality, though, if you only play half the year?
Barrett, no good. The Heat trail by 4. Here's Highsmith. Scoreless thus far. Outside for Robinson. A 3-ball. Barnes grabs the miss. Barnes has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Pass to Walter. Here's Dick. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. And again, no good by Toronto. Here's Jovic. Anderson the screen. Jovic passes to Anderson. Here's Highsmith. Knocks down the 3-ball.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed and getting out on it.
Here's Dick. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Dick's got a couple of 3-pointers in the second for the Raptors. Pass to Highsmith. Here he goes. Here's Jovic. There's a screen by Robinson. Outside, Hero. 5 on the clock. Score the basket is third after 5 shots.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around him.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. And Robinson wide open. He shoots. And the Heat, another 3.
In the basketball dictionary, if you look up the definition of pure jump shot, you might find Duncan Robinson.
And here is Hero. He's got 7. Highsmith's shot is off. He got it up. It's deflected. And so it looks like the Raptors will retain possession here.
Substitution on the court.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Miami ahead. And thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. And Toronto has possession. It's a 1-point game. And checking out the group for Darko Rajakovic to start the second half. Barnes and Pirtle make up the inside pair. Emmanuel quickly out there with Brandon Ingram. And it's Abaji in at the small forward position. Wiggins with it, now guarded by Pirtle. There's the screen. Burks kicks to Wiggins. Adebayo with a screen for Wiggins. Out to the wing. Adebayo passes to Wiggins. Shot clock at 3. Shoots. The shot by Adebayo, no good.
And that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it.
Abaji, the pass to Barnes. Here's Abaji. Near the three-point line, it's Ingram. And Ware pulls it down. There aren't too many players with a skill set as diverse as Brandon Ingram.
Yes, Kevin, you got to appreciate the tools that Brandon Ingram possesses. That comes with a lot of hard work. But this guy can score over smaller defenders. He's creative enough to draw contact against bigger guys and use that quickness. He's always been a scorer, but his playmaking ability over the past couple seasons, that's something that's growing and is giving them a chance to be very competitive.
Davion Mitchell's checked in for the Heat.
Good to see Wiggins out there from the corner. Just great rhythm on that three.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Barnes can't get it to go. The Heat leading by 4. Pass to Burks. Here's Ware. And again, Miami with the triple.
And I want to see more of that from him. I mean, he's been passing up on his shot more than usual, even though he's hitting the ones that he takes.
Quickly against Mitchell. Barnes passes to Abaji. Oh, drew the foul and almost hit the three-point bucket. But he'll go to the line to shoot three.
Yeah, you hate to give up a foul on a three-point attempt.
That one misses. And he nails the third. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Adebayo kicks to Burks. And Pirtle pulls it down. Raptors trail by 6. Here's Abaji. He has 7 for the 3. That one doesn't go.
And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball in the three-point lane.
Well, the D really getting away with one there. No one on him. And that's going to be good 9 out of 10 times.
Ingram. Count it. Ingram's got 8 points.
Brandon Ingram's advantage when he's down low like that still comes through in his length.
Wiggins outside. Pass to Burks. Now here's Mitchell. Over quickly. Again, the miss by the Heat.
He wanted to keep that shot from getting blocked, but in the process, he gave it no chance of going in because of how unbalanced he was on the fade.
Here's Mobo. Raptors moving the ball around. Ingram passes to Quickly. Three-pointer. And Brandon Ingram gets the 3. And it's now only a 1-point Miami lead.
Really calm action from Ingram. Clock winding down, he still buries it.
Burks dishes to Ware. Drops in the tray. Ware's got his second basket.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from range.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
And it's Ingram missing.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
An wide open look here for Wiggins. And again, Miami with the triple.
Well, right now, helping the offense out by creating space. Andrew Wiggins deadly enough from that spot.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jakob Poeltl. That is his first foul of the game.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Jaime Jaquez, he's checked in for the Heat. Duncan Robinson comes in for Wiggins. Here's Jaquez. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
Looks like the game plan is they're willing to give him that kind of shot. It worked out for them this time, but if they give it to him again, I bet 3 points are coming.
Deep 2 from Robinson. Good, and the assist goes to Mitchell. Robinson's got 11 points. Raptors trail by 9. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. And it's quickly missing. And here's Miami. They're on a 14-6 run. The shot by Mitchell, no good.
And he missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-ups, so maybe just a step too far.
And so here is Miami. They lead by their biggest margin of the game, 9. Adebayo the screen. Now here is Robinson. Can't drop the tough three-pointer. And so it's Miami ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. And the three-point shot. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery.
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Jaime Jaquez is out there with Kevin Love. Then it's Robinson. Then it's Tyler Hero. And it's Larson in at the 2. It's the group on the floor for Miami. Rebound by the Raptors. He lobs up the alley pass, and the dunk by Boucher.
Now you have to prevent him from getting to the paint, unless you want to see a highlight.
With the shot. And it's Love missing. Raptors trail by 10. Pass to Mobo. Barrett wide open. He fires. Drains it from beyond the arc. Barrett's got his first 3 points of the game.
A really good focus from RJ there. I think that improves his percentages.
Jaquez with the screen on Barrett. 6 on the shot clock. Robinson kicks to Hero. Shoots the 3. Alter pulls it in. In Toronto, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Pass to Boucher. Onside, Barrett. From past the arc. That shot is off. Miami leading by 7. Hero from long range. That one misses. Toronto's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Pass to Walter. Here's Mobo. And it's off from 3-point range. In transition, here comes Miami. Hero from long range. Good, and the assist goes to Robinson. Hero's got 6 here in this quarter.
In that time, Tyler Hero just so quick on the pull-up. Defense could not recover.
Miami's on a disappointing 2 of 6 on 3-point attempts here in the fourth. It's a pick by Love. Fires the 3. And again, Miami with the triple.
Bottom line, you need shooters on your team who can space the floor.
Oh, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
The Heat have gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. Puts up a deep 3. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Here's Mobo. And there's the foul. It's on Chris Boucher. That'll be his second foul of the game. And the Raptors going out now with a whole new group. The Heat leading by 13. Puts it up. A three-pointer. Wiggins. And Pirtle pulls it down. Pirtle's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And that one's good. Abaji.
Have to get out on him. He'll burn you from there repeatedly.
No one near Adebayo as he lets it go. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
Hero knowing about the whens and the wheres for an assist.
And Barnes has got the ball here for the Raptors. Here's Dick. And again, Toronto with the triple. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Here's Ware. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitiveness.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
And it's Ingram missing. The Heat leading by 12.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for Miami.
The differential in assists led to a lot of open looks and also helped to get more guys involved in the offense easy.
And they made the defense adjust, but they just couldn't come up with an answer.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Tyler Hero.
Well, those points he had tonight, all critical, all from energy and activity. He just never seemed to stop.
And the Heat going with the whole new group on the floor. The Raptors also with a sub. It's checked in for Jakob Poeltl. On the wing, Johnson. Barrett covering. Launches a 3. Johnson can't hit. Here's Toronto now. Down by 12. Barrett with the ball. Barnes looking around. Shot clock at 6. Here's Dick. And again, Toronto no luck. Mitchell way outside. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. A confident. Thanks so much, David. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
attention is drawn to the front court matchup.
Oh, yeah, this should be a battle on the baseline. Great to watch skilled bigs trade blows and show off what they can do down low.
Now the opening lineup for Atlanta. Ricochet and Johnson, they're the forwards. Dyson Daniels out there with Trae Young. And it's a Kongwu in at the 5, roaming the paint. Now here's Young. Fires the 3. Adebayo grabs the board. And here's Wiggins. Out left to the wing. Here's Ware. Three-pointer off the mark. Here's Daniels. Drops in the 3.
Oh, good shot from Daniels. He understands he needs to keep knocking these down for his team.
Wiggins, no good. Atlanta's gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. There's the screen by Johnson. Young, the pass to Okongwu. From the arc. It's hauled in by the Heat. We played just over a minute here in the first. Adebayo up top. Puts it up from 12. And again, no good by Miami. For Atlanta, they've gone 1 for 3 so far and picked 20th back in 2021. Jalen Johnson might end up being the steal of that draft, Coach.
Well, look, Brian, when we see guys take a big jump like Johnson has, it's usually because they have shot the ball better like he has. He's really blossomed during his 3rd year and still has plenty of room to grow.
Fires for 3, and he's in the books. Now 1 for 2.
Just another thing that Bam brings to your team, the ability to knock down jumpers.
There's Young with the 3, and Atlanta hits again from deep.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Burks no good.
And it didn't register as an official block, but he did everything you want in disrupting that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
It's picked off. Here's Daniels. Buries it from 3. Daniels has got 9.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Here's Ware. Pass to Hero. 4-3. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
Put Hero anywhere on the arc and he'll shoot it. I mean, he is so confident.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Just moments ago, Eric Spoelstra and I were able to chat. We talked about star guard Trae Young, their biggest problem tonight. Coach said Young is one of the most explosive offensive guys in this league. We want to make him a volume scorer, force Trae into lower percentage looks. Should be a fascinating matchup, BA.
Great work, Allie. Thanks. Now here's Hero. Adebayo from long range. It's rebounded by Ricochet. Coach, when you talk about the Atlanta Hawks, you got to start with Trae Young.
One of the most exciting players to watch in the NBA, Brian. He can shoot the ball from anywhere on the floor. He's a great ball handler and one of the most creative passers in the game.
For like 95% of guys, that is a bad shot, but not Hero. He's got endless range.
Now here's Young. Pass to Daniels. Young looking around. Okongwu, a screen on Hero. 6 to shoot. Young way outside. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Heat trail by 6. Outside Burks. Rebound Atlanta. Here's Ricochet, hounded by Wiggins. Back to Young. On the wing, Daniels. Fades. Doesn't fall. Now 4 for 6. And so Hero will bring it up for the Heat. They trail by 6. Burks no good. Pass to Ricochet. From behind the arc. The rebound by Burks. Adebayo with it. Right side Johnson. And that does it for the first quarter. Atlanta on top, leading by 6. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for the Hawks.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
You know, they've also been very effective at running the floor. Just a ton of points in the fast break. It's been a big part of their success.
They've got Kyle Anderson. Also Kevin Love out there. Duncan Robinson is out there with Tyler Hero. And it's Larson in a 2-guard. That's the group on the floor for Miami. That shot wide open. Man's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
He made the most of that opening, teaching the defense a lesson.
Counted from distance.
Yeah, a versatile player. Hero is terrific at sensing when his guys are open.
For close to a decade now, Stan, Clint Capella has been a double-double machine.
Well, Brian, I think the key to Capella is he knows who he is. He's a great rebounder, rim runner, and shot blocker, and then he doesn't force things offensively, and that's why he's had one of the highest shooting percentages in NBA history.
KYG, know your game.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
Ooh, took him no time at all to get that one.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
And sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Robinson can't hit. Atlanta leading by 6. And the pass to Niang. Offline with a 3. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Here's a great quote from Coach Eric Spoelstra, who said, "The Miami Heat culture is a system based on discipline and hard work. We stand for something. That's competition. That's winning. We feel that there's a championship DNA that you can develop." And Brian, they walk the walk.
One of the great organizations in the league, Allie. Here's Hero, takes it inside, fires from deep. Capella with a rebound. For Atlanta, they've gone 3 for 7 here in the second quarter. And here's LeVert for 3. Rebound Miami.
We all know he's a good shooter, but from that distance, I don't think so.
Yeah, it seems like everybody's jacking him up from way out there these days. You want guys to stay within themselves.
Tipped. Now here's Hero. He has 6. Capella with a block.
A quality defender, Capella uses his size and reach to erase shots.
Oh, the Hawks again cannot hit it.
Well, you can't question his confidence from out there, but it's not falling. Maybe time for a different approach.
Knocks down the long J. Coach, when you look at the best defensive teams, what's the balance between IQ, the smarts for the game, versus effort?
Well, Brian, it's both. You know, I mean, the effort is a given. You're not going to get anything done in the game without effort. But to be a good defensive team, you have to be smart. You have to understand your opponents, their tendencies, both as a team and as individuals. And if you do that, you can cover up for a lot in terms of just raw athleticism.
Heat trail by 6. Kicks it to Hero. Shakes him. Pass to Robinson. Launches it. Connects from downtown. Robinson's got 12 points now in the quarter.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
Now here's Robinson. He's got 12. Here's Anderson. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. It's going to be on Terrence Mann.
Man, he made sure to get his money's worth on that foul.
And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Okongwu's checked in for Clint Capella. Johnson comes in for Niang. Daniels is checked in for Mann. And it's Young in for LeVert. Here's Young. From deep three-point land. And it's Miami with a rebound. Ware's got 4 rebounds in the game. Pass to Adebayo. It's Wiggins on the wing. Adebayo sets a screen. The 3-ball. Wiggins, no good. The Hawks lead by 5. Okongwu, a screen on Anderson. And here's Young. And Kyle Anderson is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul. Now in the game, number 45.
11 seconds left in the first half of this one. Johnson a screen on Mitchell. And a deep 3 from Young. And Atlanta misses again. What if it goes? No good on the buzzer beater. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. The Hawks on top, up 5. And we'll see you back here after the break. Third quarter action in just a bit. And if you're just joining us, we played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Here's Young. Well, Coach, how about the Eric Spoelstra story? Started as a video coordinator with the Heat back in '95. You were an assistant in Miami back then.
Yeah, look, Brian, even then, Eric is one of the rare guys that all of us on the staff knew right from the beginning that he had all the makings of a great coach. Players trusted him and had confidence in his ability to help them.
From the video room to the Hall of Fame one day.
No question.
And Atlanta, looking at who they've got. Johnson at the 4 with Okongwu at the 5. Trae Young out there with Dyson Daniels. And it's Risacher in at the small forward position. Now here's Young. Lets the 3 fly. And Atlanta hits again from deep.
How's that for revenge? You know Young is looking to come right back with a triple of his own.
Adebayo from long range. Okongwu with the rebound. Okongwu's got 4 rebounds in the game. Young way outside. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Heat trail by 8. Outside Burks. Puts up a 3. And the 3-pointer goes. Burks has gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Outside Young. From deep. Adebayo grabs the board. Adebayo's got 5 rebounds tonight. Outside Burks. To the left side wing. Hero, screen on Young. Adebayo from long range. And again, it's Miami from deep.
Assertive jumper by Adebayo. I mean, he wanted it, so he took it.
And so it's Young with it. He brings it up for Atlanta. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Young missing again.
He just keeps firing from distance. I know he's trying to heat up, but at what cost?
Beyond the arc. Cash! Trae Young with a triple.
Yeah, Trae Young can change the course of a game with his outside shooting.
Miami has gone 3 of 5 from downtown here in the second half. Well, Coach, we know how good Young is offensively, but he gets heavy criticism for his defense.
Yeah, look, and at 6'1", 164 pounds, he has some obvious limitations, Brian, but he's shown improved effort as a defender, and it shows in his defensive rating.
And you have to have that scoring ability on the floor. Miami making a switch here. Robinson's checked in. Young from long range. Rebound Miami. Ware's got his 7th rebound here tonight. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
The game on the line. Ice Trae is a dangerous man. Young said, I've been owning the moment my whole life. That's what I do. I've worked too hard to be afraid of the moment. Brian?
Well, Allie, it definitely shows in his play. It's great stuff there. Thank you. Niang, he's checked in for Atlanta. Karis LeVert comes in for Young. Now here's LeVert. He's got 6. Sinks it from distance.
That's a big make for LeVert. Should help his confidence.
For 3, Robinson. And he drains it. A solid 5 for 6 now.
And he's really made his mark with the three-pointer today. And that's another big one.
And when you have shooters feeling it from distance, it feels like no lead is safe because points can get put up in a hurry.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself.
Another three for Atlanta.
A real weapon on offense. Once LeVert sees a few go down, you know he's in the zone.
Over to the left wing. Here's Ware. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Ware's got 6 in the quarter.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
And it's Atlanta's ball. They're on a 16-6 run. Heat trail by 12. Up top, Hero. Defended by Niang. Outside, Robinson. Sends it home from three-point land. Robinson's got 18 points in the game.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
LeVert passes to Niang. Okongwu, a screen on Adebayo. Niang outside. Shot clock at 6. There's the 3. Miami grabs the miss. Fires away from way outside. And the whistle blows on a backcourt violation. Went over and back. Nine seconds left in the third. Screen by Capella. Gets it off. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. And so it's the Atlanta Hawks. They have a nice 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist to the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Now that is an elite level dig. What a great pass.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth quarter. They've got Tyler Hero, and it's Larson in at the shooting guard position. That's the group in the game for the Heat. Here's Capella. Here's Krejci. Shoots over Hero. A nice shot by Krejci. Krejci's got his first bucket in this one. Pass to Larson. From downtown. Nails it from beyond the arc.
It's those kind of passes that bring up the entire team's confidence.
Here's Niang. The 3 is up. And Hero grabs the board. Heat trail by 8. And here we go, the Heat fast break. For 3, Robinson. And it's Niang with the rebound. The Hawks have gotten just 1 shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the fourth. And here's LeVert for 3 and score it. That now makes him 7 for 11 in this game. You were there, Stan, in Miami at the inception of Heat culture. Give us a taste of it.
Well, it's a little bit overblown in one way, in that everyone basically wants people who work hard and get in shape and compete. The difference maybe with the Heat is they just have a lower tolerance for players who don't meet their standards.
Now here's Hero. Pass to Highsmith. Rebounded by the Hawks. Outside man. There's the triple. Offensive board. Here's Krejci. All alone on the break. And the basket by Highsmith.
And that nice steal was able to get their break going in a hurry.
And for a coach, you always appreciate when you're able to turn a stop into a score.
And Atlanta misses again. Heat trail by 9. Tries it from the top of the key. And right through it goes.
Yeah, rising up on a dime. I love seeing Hero be assertive like this.
The three. No good that time. The Heat have gotten 3 of 7 attempts in this fourth quarter to fall. Here's the pick. Here's Larson. Again, the Heat score.
Certainly not the best look, but I admire the confidence to let it fly.
Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth. The shot by LeVert, no good. For Miami, they've got 4 of 8 shots to drop here in this final quarter. Off target with the 3. Atlanta leading by 5. Here's Niang. From outside, off the mark. Here's Highsmith, defended by Niang. For 3, Robinson on target from range. Robinson's got 9 points here in the second half.
Terrific energy at both ends to sustain this run.
Yeah, it's normally the defense that fuels a comeback. Well, let's see how much they have left in the tank.
Easy to see why they trust LeVert's judgment. Impressive watching him getting it done in a big spot.
Robinson passes to Jovic. Back to Robinson. Jacks up a 3. And again, Miami with a triple.
And they've been relying on his three-point stroke all game. And he doesn't let them down when it matters most.
Well, it's one thing to hit threes when it doesn't matter. It's another to do it in clutch time. Takes a special player.
Niang, no good.
Yeah, he's just not himself right now. He's getting decent opportunities like this one, but just failing to convert.
And Atlanta with possession here. 2-point game. Here's Krejci. Oh, nails the triple.
And defensively, how do you leave them that open in crunch time?
Robinson in the post. He's guarded by man. Novic's shot is off. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Krejci, the pass to Niang. Off target from 3-point range. And so Hero will bring it up for the Heat. Pass to Robinson. Lets it go from deep. Capella with a rebound. Outside man. Let's go with a 3. No good there. Fires from way outside. Off on that one. So it's Atlanta picking up the win. Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up.